what's on your mind.
Hello. Welcome to the Hangout. Evidently, I have one person willing to hang out with me today. Make that two. Hello, chat. Mo Biggs, what's up, dude?
What's up, Mo?
You're a Lone Ranger over there, man. Appreciate you holding it down, dude. You got a wrench, so just drop any link you feel appropriate, because I have all the trust in you in the world. Mr. Mysterious Guy that nobody knows who the hell he is. Anyway.
Is that true? Nobody knows who Mo is?
Nobody knows who Mo is. No.
So he could have actually backed my book, and I have no idea.
Yeah, exactly. He gets around though, man.
That's pretty cool though. I mean, that's pretty. That shows he has foresight, right?
Well, a lot of people think he's like a famous stand-up comedian because he's just too damn witty, you know. So that's been speculation about his actual identity, but
Well, I didn't know you were going to do a show today for sure, and I looked at your thing. I didn't see because you kind of do it like I know maybe you always do it this time every Monday.
Right. Yeah.
But I usually expect advertisement early in the day.
Well, yeah, I should have. That's true. Unfortunately, I was inundated by a ton of tweets, and I kind of got behind a little bit.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's check how many I'm currently behind. The count is 40. Yeah, wow. I'm behind 40 right now.
These are tweets on your phone or tweets on messages online?
Yeah, it's on Twitter. Yeah.
Oh,
what's up, guys? Hojo with the mojo. He's supposed to get his internet, and he'll finally be on with us. Not on his phone, but actually, showing.
Oh, cool.
Showing his face. So, hey, there we go.
That's cool.
Mo dropping the link for you, dude. Hey, man.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. When I did that buy one back one, with the the in-demand campaigns, I think the in-demand campaigns are really interesting to me because these are people who technically they funded, but most of them are like they could use a margin. They could use way more funds than what they got.
Sure.
The fact you're not over 10 or 5 figures is disgusting, to be honest.
So it was kind of my fault. The more I thought about it, and here's why. Here's why. Because when I've never done an Indiegogo before, so the process confused me, and I wanted to I got it, I wanted to keep it simple, and I realized that like some people contacted me afterwards, just like. If you would have had like a tier for 2 copies, I would have gotten 2 copies.
Okay.
I didn't. So, and then the other thing too, and I'm watching other people's campaigns, is that you also have to have things that. So I had my figure, I had the T-shirts, and I had the book. But the more things you have for people to buy, the more options they might actually buy them.
Well, I think the more merch you have, like the add-ons when they're checking out.
Yeah.
I think that's the secret. There's Todd. What's up, God? Hell, Mo. I guess he's taking time out of having more children to say hello. What's up, dude?
Like this
I'm
hard,
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
What's up, David?
They got them in college anyway. How's everyone doing today, McDowell?
You know what? David has that Punisher thing.
Yeah.
I saw this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I saw this shirt the other day that was a yellow skull, but it had Trump hair.
Oh, okay.
And it was like all solid yellow. And
that's actually a character. It's actually a character called Golden Skull that they had back in Marvel nowadays.
Really?
Yeah, it was a poorly disguised Trump.
Wow.
This Dooms Dave, I think his moniker. He's got some hell of a good ideas, including one called United that I keep trying to get him to write down. He's got one called Red Wolf that's just badass.
Really?
But I'm like, write it down, man. Write them down.
So he told you this? Like, he chatted them to you?
Yeah. He a lot of people run ideas by me, and I'm kind of like one of those people that just I kind of like I brainstorm with people very well. So anyway, here we go. Missed out on the Cryptidnals, a second chance to pick it up. Hey, that's one. They did pretty good, so they're outside the 10Ks. So I can't really push them, but I probably need to pick that book up. That really looks good.
Yeah. After running my campaign, when I did my campaign, I try to connect to as many people as possible. Say, hey, can I come on your show?
Yeah.
Right.
And
some people, I never heard anything back.
Right.
And I was like, oh, okay, maybe whatever, but they say go on network and get on as many shows as you can. But I was a little surprised that some people just literally maybe they just have a zillion messages and they just skipped it.
Yeah.
Well,
actually I kind of I take a different approach. My idea has always been to build your own platform, your own show that way, or at least have a show that you go on consistently. That way your face is out there and you have a home, like a home place to land. So even if you're not on other shows, you at least have your face in front of people,
It's a good idea. I thought another idea I had, that gel that they have, you can put on your body and light yourself on fire.
Yeah.
That's not a bad stunt because, honestly, let's just, it sounds insane, right?
Right.
But who's ever done that?
No. There's actually an effect that I've seen it demonstrated on the Mythbusters, to where you soak your hand in water and you can put it in molten lead and it won't damage it.
Really?
Yeah, they demonstrated it. Live. They demonstrated it.
I think I've seen something like that.
It's a type of effect or something. And the stream just got a little more interesting.
A little more diverse. Racist?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, a little more diverse. A little more diverse. Anyway.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey man, what's up, dude? Yeah, we're just chewing the fat a little bit. There we go.
Well, so going back to your parents last night on Ethan's show.
Sure.
Yeah. So Ethan broke it open. He's the one that broke the whole thing open, because without him, you would have people making books, but they would be nothing like what he's done, right?
No.
So all the big hitters that are making like $100,000, $50,000, those people, they owe it all to Ethan because he kind of broke that territory. Right.
Well, he proved that there was money out there for people who had mainstream names, and so him, Malin, and I think Shane are kind of like the ones that really showed the viability of it. But what are you gonna do? If you're a smaller creator and you're like, oh, let's see, there's the Great Graham Nolan, and then there's my campaign.
Right.
So it's really that's what the buy one back one's about, really.
Yes, I was gonna say I'll give Ethan credit. He did.
Yeah.
accept the idea of the buy one back one is a cool idea, right? And just having people think about it, that kind of does the trick, maybe. You never know exactly with these big shows, what their motives really are, because I don't know him really. He's just a face on the screen that's fun to watch. But I mean, it was cool that he had you on there, and it looks like he did a big hit for Riders.
Luke has never had a campaign go over 10,000, and they're right on the verge with another 30 days to get there.
Do you know what they were before before he went on there?
They were hovering around, I think 490 or something like that.
Right, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I mean,
so he pushed them over the line, and now they're like looking at 10,000. So
that's a nice bump.
That is.
Well, that just shows the power. I mean, that shows the power of his platform.
That's right. Yeah.
Which is interesting because the hashtag was kind of meant not, and it was taken wrong by some people. It's like, I had one guy just railing at me. He's like, the pros don't have any responsibility. And I was like, dude, look at the hashtag. I even sent him my video link. I was like, look at what I'm saying. I am saying, while you are backing them, they deserve your dollar. Okay. I am not saying take money away from them and give it to somebody else. That's equity, and that's stupid. Okay. I don't believe in equity.
I honestly think you can't reason with those people because they're the type that they're not listening. They're just waiting for you to get done talking so they can say something that's been on their mind.
Right. Well, they took it to mean that we were like saying, how dare you back the big guys and not back these other ones? But I mean, look at the damn hashtag. Look how it's designed. Buy one, back one. I mean, it's basically like while you were buying from these guys, because you're gonna buy from them. Okay, their comics are awesome. Their merch packages are top notch. They fulfill on time. Most of them are big names in the industry. Some of the best artists that comics has ever seen. Yeah, of course you're gonna buy their damn comic books. I'm not saying don't buy their comic books. All I'm saying is, while you're doing that, because here we are, this community, and we always like a rising tide lifts all ships. Okay, well, here are the other ships that need rising. Okay, that's all I'm saying. And if you look at them, just look at them. If you don't like them, don't back them. But at least look at them. That's all we're saying.
Because and then I realized that maybe it's also got to do with the fact that people's perceptions are all over the place, right? And on every single given issue. So you're going to, percentage-wise, you're going to get 10% that are going to go read it the opposite way, right? And it's just human nature, right? It's not malicious. It's just like they'll take it the worst way they can possibly take it, and some people will be confused.
Right.
I mean,
well, one thing that let me know it was going to succeed. Okay. I put it through the Genesis Crew ringer, and it made it past Buddy. It made it past Luke. And then I went over to Circle of Wind, and it made it past Aldous on the farm. Those are the three guys that are the most blunt and the most, and Pixel, it made it past Pixel. I mean, these guys will tell you if it's crap, and they'll poke holes in it. They'll see if it holds water. And none of them could truly poke holes in it. So I was like, okay, it's going to fly. That's the beauty of having a group like the Genesis Crew of all these genius galaxy brain guys who are like, pushing everybody, it's like a little while ago, Wyatt Eastman, kind of had a little bit of a take that Buddy disagreed with, and Buddy like took him behind the woodshed, that's Buddy, and he's like, okay, he's like, that's bullshit, or prove it, prove it. And Wyatt's like, well, he's like, it eventually Wyatt was like, okay, yeah, it was stupid. All right, see? But that's the beauty of the Genesis Crew. That's why I call it a think tank, man.
So we're all different, right? Okay,
yeah.
And I understand this, right? But we all have different points of view. So for me, okay, I expect everybody to look at that hashtag and go, huh?
Right.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
The fact that people have really hard opinions about these things is not my forte. And,
well, I think the main reason why, is because the anti-CG people have been like, oh, they don't care about these smaller campaigns, and you're just backing the same people over and over again, blah blah blah. You know, doxing is not cool. Well, I don't know what that is about.
Were we doxing?
What Mobucks? Check out what Mobucks has been up to. Oh, okay. He's like, you doxed me, man. You doxed me. Anyway,
I mean, he is on here.
He is. There you go. FBI government wanted most top 10. Oh wow. Anyway, but think about it. This though is the antis have been kind of like on this kick, like peasants. They're calling them peasants, and they created the CG kings to kind of like play into that, right? Even though there's professionals, it's pretty much the CG kings in my opinion. But anyway, just saying. All right. But the thing about it is though is I figured that there was going to be pushback and there's going to be conflict around. Hold on 1 second. I have a responsibility to the chat mode. We having like a mod fight over there. Okay, I'm all for it. Bloodsport. Yeah. There you go. I'm the only one in the chat, Hoja. I'm the other one in the chat, Hoja.
Damn.
Well, it's supposed to be 7 there somewhere, man.
So on another subject, somebody else besides Aaron sent me a thing saying, "Hey, sign up to my Substack," and I'm like, so I'm the worst person to say that to. I don't want to sign up for anything ever.
I didn't send it to you specifically.
No, not you, but someone else did specifically. So I want to be invisible in society.
Yeah.
Like a social security number. So I'm like, I gotta sign up for one more thing. Oh my god. And this one guy's like, I can tell he's like, dude, it's just a sign up. It's just Substack.
Think again. It's going to like 3 different channels. I see everything.
Damn.
If you were on Joker Fans channel, or if you were on Luke Stone channel, or if you're on the Belmont channel, the home channel is telepathicbunny.com. Okay. Just saying. Because we're on 4 channels at the moment today. Joker fan added it on. Will. Then he's like, I'm going out with my girlfriend. I may drop in later. I'm like, whatever, dude. Okay. I got a girlfriend. Oh, hey, look at me. I've got a girlfriend. Whatever, dude.
Superficial, man.
Seriously.
Can a girlfriend pay your rent? I mean,
but
if
probably.
they can, don't answer.
Oh no, there's so many places I could take that would get me struck. Okay.
I just signed up to your Substack.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Aaron's.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm gonna take you off since you said all that stuff, man.
Do it. Blacklist me, man.
Nah.
You can't.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Like, we don't want you in the Matrix.
Right.
And that's exactly what my brain needs to hear.
Mo is changing channels to avoid Hojo's chicanery. And the fact he says chicanery, held the chat. There you go. Chicanery is not exactly a common word. So
that's true.
It adds to the mystique that is Mo Biggs. There you go.
It's a 40-year-old word.
Yeah. I don't know. He might be a time traveler. I don't know about him. Anyway.
So anyway, back to the show last night.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
So yeah, I thought it was cool that he had you on. I don't think he could have been more gracious to you, right? But I'm pretty excited the fact that Luke and Piper, and I think Piper's great for that show too, because Piper is she has an outward personality. Right? I don't know how you describe it.
She's very bubbly. She's very bubbly.
Right. It's natural for her. And I think that's a great asset.
Yeah. I don't know what was wrong with her the other night when she got on her show and she decided to leave because she wasn't getting a word in. And I went back and looked at that. She was getting plenty of words in. So I don't know. She just, I guess she just was tired or that night or something. But I'm like, I thought about calling bullshit on that. You got plenty of words in, okay?
Was it just her on the show and her chat?
No. She was on the show with several of us, including you, as a matter of fact. It was the Friday night show. We were doing Bill buy one, back one on the writer's room.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
And she just she popped out in the middle of it, and she's like, "Oh, nobody, I couldn't get a word in edgewise." And I went back and rewatched that just to see, and I'm going to call bullshit a little bit. She got plenty of words in, Maybe she got one comment that she didn't feel like she got out there, and she's just like, "Oh, I'm out,"
Some people are low key, and some
people she was on Malin's channel right before us, so I think it might have. She was kind of like mostly rung out from that. So
I see.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but it's just one of those things. Hojo says another creepy thing. You can't run from me, Mo. I literally used to find people for a living.
Okay, Liam Neeson.
Chicaner is a perfectly cromulent word. Okay. Cromulent. That's interesting. Yeah, this officially crossed the line into cyber stalking. I'm putting that on a t-shirt just for you, Bo. Well, it's like I said before. Occasionally, Hojo will say something, and you're like, "When I was with the CIA, what?
Right.
When I was waterboarding people, what?"
Always got to show off.
I'm serious, man.
Then you go, is his normal disposition all a fake? Is he really like a Howard Hunt type guy?
I don't know, but I know that he has a little toddler that like rules his world. So I'm going to call bullshit. He might have been that in the past, but now he's singing Barney songs. Okay.
Right. Life will change you.
Once you go Barney, man, I'm sorry. You lose some of your street cred there, dude. Anyway, it's a cute little boy, though. It's an adorable guy.
I want to show you this thing I got up to show you. So I'm playing. So I didn't make this because I don't have any time.
Right.
So I made this. But I printed them and painted them. And it's Doomsday.
Oh, hold on. Let me begin you right there. Okay, what you got? Wow.
Oh shit.
Look at that. Oh,
that is awesome, man. Hold up. Bring that closer a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at that. That guy definitely killed Superman. And I see his capes on back there. Oh, wow.
Yeah, share a high-res image of that later.
That is awesome.
I painted them really quick. But so I ended up. So I'm playing HeroClix with my nephews on Saturday.
Uh-huh. Right. Oh, hold on.
So they don't really have a really good Doomsday that they've made.
Oh.
So I printed this one and painted it.
Wow. You are the best uncle ever. Goodness gracious, look at that.
Well, they're not going to think that when I'm beating the crap. So what happened was, over the years, I've made them their own HeroClix for like Christmas and whatnot.
Right.
So they have the most powerful guys in the game. Okay. They have the one Thanos I made for my one nephew. He's like $200.
Oh, wow.
So I sculpted him a brand new one, and I put him on the really rare dial. And then I made my other nephew a Superman. He's like Superman if he flew through the sun.
Oh.
Like he's all charged up.
Yeah, like Superman. Was it the Man of
1 million?
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Superman 1 million. Yeah. So, well, that's cool, man. That is awesome.
So when I play with them, I get my butt kicked because they have these guys. I made these massive guys for them.
Right.
And I'm like, so now I'm gonna try to even it up.
There you go. Oh, that's your Doomsday. You're gonna kick some ass. Oh.
Yeah, totally.
If you can, look up Swamp Thing and Howard the Duck. You're gonna love that figure.
Awesome.
I see him. You mean the HeroClix?
Yeah.
I had Howard the Duck somewhere.
Things are
Swamp Thing too.
Oh no, it's Man Thing and Howard the Duck. It's a HeroClix that has both of them on there. Yeah.
Really?
Right. Let me go ahead and let me get update people over here. Hojo, former CIA agent turned comic creator. He doesn't take a Hojo to figure out that he's Tom King. Oh my God! Wow, I felt that from here. Oh, that is delicious.
Damn.
Yeah, keep it up, Hojo. I'll tell people about that creepy old guy that looks like a sunburnt Joe Biden in your comic.
He's cool.
Oh yeah, the Inquisitor. Yeah, that's awesome.
I see him, Aaron. I see him.
Yeah, you should be ashamed for what you did to Batman, Hojo.
Damn.
That one's a little over the line. We watch Masters of the Universe, not Barney. Oh, okay. You're raising him right. Okay. King, Coates, Jason Aaron, and Ron Mars are all my shit list of permanent marker.
Damn.
Tim Coates. Yeah. Ta-Nehisi Coates. Yeah, Jason Aaron, Ron Mars. Yeah. They should be on your shit list. Especially Coates.
If you go on like Ron Mars's Twitter page or something,
this is war mode. This is war. Oh, mod war. I love it.
These guys are demented. They are angry and they're demented people.
Yeah. Oh, another shot. Bat cat.
Oh no! Wasn't that a fucking Tom King thing?
It was a Tom King thing. Yeah.
Bat cat. That was stupid.
That was the. Yeah, he's definitely bringing out classic Tom King. I don't know what's next, but
I'm pissed off because there's a new. I don't know if it was Tom King or it was a news writer. They fucked up the Riddler.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they turned him into this freaking what do you call him? Hannibal Lecter type of dude, where he's like really smart, and it turns out that.
In the movie?
Yeah, no, not the movie. In the comics, it just happened.
Really?
Okay.
So it turns out that he let Batman catch him all this time because he was bored, and now he's tired of getting his ass beat or whatnot.
Oh, okay.
It's so stupid.
It takes something to write the Riddler because you have to be really smart, right?
There's a Luke Stone sighting. What's that, dude?
Here's trouble.
We're in the midst of a mod war over here, man. We're in a mod war over here.
A mod war?
Yeah, Mo called Hojo Tom King.
Uh-oh.
All right, gotta head out. I had to pan out of chat. Hey Mo, thanks for coming by, man. Yeah.
So Luke, what was your take on your EVS show last night?
My take is thank God we made it on there. That made a lot of hard work easier. I'll tell you.
Right.
That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
It proves the power of a platform.
It does. It really does.
It inspires me to want to build a platform, to have that kind of influence. And when you put a campaign in front of people, to be able to, to see it not only fund, but this is the most successful campaign I've ever had as far as dollars and backers.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
And one fell swoop, man. Now, I mentioned that I thought it might have been just a tad bit of an ambush for me because me and EVS had been tiffing on Twitter just right before then, and then suddenly JDA shows up, and JD has mentioned in the past he knows I'm not his biggest fan, and so I was like JDA and EVS. Oh,
well, let's put it this way. I think John easily. I think John could say that about anybody, and it'd be true.
Right. Yeah.
To be fair, and
right.
Yeah, I don't think it was an ambush. Here's what I think it was.
No. Okay.
I think that your hashtag,
right,
and your initiative, because when you originally brought it up, I had some concerns, and I was right about those concerns. People would, even after you put a lot of work into reframing it to make sure it was very well communicated what it meant and what it stood for.
Yeah,
there were still people that that looked at it in the way that I anticipated people would,
Yeah, you anticipated it. Yeah.
Yeah, and but you did the work to frame it properly, right? So it brought attention, and
right.
Because here's the thing, that is the very spirit of indie. It's the very spirit of what Comicsgate was supposed to be, and is in most cases. And it's kind of proven that, with the pros kind of embracing this this hashtag a bit, and it's easy to think, man, it's just more grifters, because there's been so many people that have tried to latch on, and they think that just because EDS, Aaron, Graham, and all those people, are making money, that we should too down here, without wanting to put the work in, and so people get tired of people wanting a handout, but this is not a handout; it's a hand up. It's you climbing the mountain, and turning around and seeing someone else that you could, grab their wrist and help them up just a little bit. But
it's a proof of concept. Yeah, it's a proof of concept that once Rift Riders got in front of people, and they took a look at it, that many people backed it, and all it needed was the eyes.
Yeah, and to be quite honest, the campaign still needs work.
Well, yeah. We honestly, yeah.
I knew there was issues with the logo. I thought the trailer was fine. But I see where they were saying with that. Once they, and we even took a lot of feedback from inside the crew. As far as, we're getting extra pages done right now. The art is finished, and we're waiting on colors to post those up. I'll probably letter them too, but I'm not sure if I will or not. But we'll probably go ahead and get those letters as well, because they're not in sequence with the other 5, but they're in sequence with each other. 2 of them a little further down, and so we did that, and so we've made some adjustments and changes along the way, like you do. You learn, as you go. That's our whole process. But there was some good feedback last night, so it was not only a chance to show off the what we're doing, but a chance to get some feedback. Some people didn't like the art. Some people were disparaging towards Dillard's art. I can't believe that, quite honestly. But art is subjective, and there's people out there that they're going to hate on anything, I guess.
I like this. We don't want to be subsidized. We just want to be recognized. Yeah. I like that. I dig it.
My
what's up, good stuff? What's up, good stuff?
My impression was that what Ethan was saying, like if he gave you feedback on your logo or your trailer, it's almost like he's saying, well, you're 85%. And I think I can get you to 100 if you do tweak this and tweak that. That was my impression. He wasn't saying that the logo should be scrapped. I think he's just saying, hey, if you want my subjective opinion, these are the things that jumped at me when I first saw it.
Right.
And I appreciate that, and I think that's the thing. A lot of people don't appreciate that kind of feedback. They, well, we saw it today. I saw Pixel leave a comment on someone else has got a hashtag that they're trying to promote. And he made a comment, and it's like, oh, thanks. We'll take that into consideration. That is a polite way of saying go F yourself, I think. Yeah. Is what it is.
Knowing that particular individual, that's exactly what it was.
Well, I don't have to know a person when they say that.
Trust me, I know him well enough I know exactly that's what it was. So.
But I mean, I don't have to know a person to see that.
Right.
And know what it means.
Yeah. As soon as Michael Odin gets it together, we have a mug coming with your name on it that I'm going to fill with all sorts of nasty. Can't put in the time out this time. B-Rose still owes me a wrench. Okay. This is important, Mo. I'm going to let them talk. Peace out, guys. I'm off to the baseball game. Okay.
See you, man.
And, hey, man. Jared Foss says, the thing that surprised me most about the negative reaction was that it seemed like the most natural thing to do in response to Twitter's recent deboosting of Patreon and crowdfunding.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
they did. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they did.
Definitely.
Well, so here's the thing. I really, I and again, we had the conversation. All the people that are in this room were in that chat we saw. I'm like, I just knew this was going to happen. And sadly, the reason why I knew it was going to happen was because I've seen it happen before. It's not that, I'm prophetic in any way. It's just that there are some extremely negative people in independent comics that do want a handout. They want a handout. That's what they want, a handout. Oh, they don't just want to be recognized. They do want to be subsidized. And they do. I kid you not. And there are people, especially in the antis camp, that what they want is reciprocity. So if I back you, you should back me. And so they brag about how many creators they've backed, and that is part of their plan of getting more backers.
Thanks for your input. Yeah, we know. We have a history of that. We have a history with that.
Go screw yourself. That's what that means. And but no. So the input we got last night, we're implementing. We're going to use it. I'm actually using that information for my next hybrids campaign. It's like okay, well let's, secrets. There's one big secret. It's like who dies. The who dies I don't want to give away. I'll hint at it all day long, and I'll give hints that are wrong all day long. But and really
because you're a monster, Luke Stone.
Really, the question should be who survives. and as I'm framing it, that's what I'm going to ask is who survives, not who dies, but who survives. Because there's more than a single death.
Yeah. There's more than a single death.
God damn it, Luke.
Oh man.
Damn it, Luke.
Well, I just worked on the orchestral piece, the music for the trailer. And as I was doing it, I was thinking about the killing field. And so I just worked on that. And I'm like, okay, this is the energy of the fight and the somberness of the loss all together. And I was like, well, that's 1:40. I gotta bring that down. But it is so that's the first piece. The music is first piece for me. I'm writing the script for that. But I'm taking everything that I heard last night, everything that I've learned over the course of my last 6-7 years doing comics.
Yeah.
And I'm putting it into this, Right. So each campaign will get better from here. And I tell you, we talk about imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Talk about sitting on a panel with tremendous artists and writers, people that have been in the business for ages. And
right.
Yeah, I'm definitely felt some imposter syndrome.
Really?
There are times when you need to sit down, shut up and learn. And that was one of those moments. I was just sitting there trying to shut up and learn. I didn't look at them. I didn't fanboy or anything, as you guys noticed. Right. I didn't fanboy because I wanted to present myself and my comic and my business and my tribe respectfully. But I also didn't want to try to overdo, like here, I'll be zany and goofy and a little offensive, but someone was helping me. Someone was helping you. They were pushing the concept of buy one, back one. Yeah. And it was had an opportunity to learn and to accept their generosity to be able to put what we're doing out in front of a crowd that we won't normally get. Like right now, we've got single digits watching our stream right now. Right. Last night they had triple digits watching.
Oh yeah, easy. And it was a last minute stream, so I mean,
it was above 900 viewers at one time on YouTube alone.
Yeah. Well, a big part of that though is the fact that Ethan's personality is a big personality, right? I mean, you have to have something like that to make a stream work. And, for example, John Malin isn't over the top, right? John Malin's he's a low key guy, but he makes it work in his own kind of way, right? Yeah. So I mean, not everybody's going to be able to do that.
No.
Well, you have to understand, this is like these guys were the bottom floor. I mean, anytime you come into something first, you're going to be massive. Once you set it, if you're the trendsetter, you're going to get huge, and well,
let's be
fair.
That
these kind of momentum
is before that. I mean, these guys had already made it in the industry. They were well known. They were accomplished.
Well, when EBS when he first started doing his show, there was really nothing like it. And it was like a variety show. It was like an old school variety show, and he had like a cast of characters. And I mean, I watched it from the beginning, and I just saw how massive it got. And for
Definitely grew.
yeah, and it still kind of got a lot of that momentum. But
Well, again, it
yeah,
comes
what
down. He's got a great. What they said.
yeah.
He like what Shadowpunk said. He's got a great
Yeah,
personality for
he's
that kind
a
of show.
very charismatic guy. He used to like go into one of these halls at Comic-Con, at San Diego Comic-Con, with his keyboard and hold people just rapt attention. And I mean, that's one of the reasons why they wanted him gone out of the mainstream so much, is because he's a leader. He's got that alpha male thing,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
That's probably true. You know what? I'll bet you he was in those meetings in DC, and they're like,
too much.
We don't want
Too much.
those ideas. We want our ideas, SJW ideas. And he's probably like, no, it'd be really cool. And those, his ideas are probably old school in the cool way, right?
Yeah, fun.
Like, this is why superheroes are cool. Yeah, and so I'm sure they didn't want any of that stuff.
Well, it's just from my experience, and this is me, just as my experience. I'm not saying this is universal, okay? But I have found that anybody opinionated, when there's females in authority in the room, gets targeted for elimination.
Angels.
And so,
what are you talking about?
Females are people that are very feminine. Okay, females are people that are very feminine.
I'm going to give you a little pushback. I'm going to say this.
Go ahead. Feel free.
Whenever there's someone in authority and there's somebody else in the room that has a certain charisma or idea, or draws attention to themselves through their opinions, they become targeted. Okay?
Yeah.
Because most people are insecure in who they are and where they're at. And so that's going to happen. You have to have someone who is the kind of leader that looks for greatness so that they can cultivate it and move it on to somewhere else.
Right.
There are certain leaders like that. There are people. That's what I was when I worked in retail management. I trained up more store managers than any other manager in my company. Not my district, not my region, not my state, my company. I trained more managers than anybody, because I would look for those skills and identify them, and I'd foster them. I wanted them to be better than me, because if they could be better than me, if I'm pushing people up, eventually they'll look like, well, who's creating all these super soldiers for us, and they look at the guy that's doing it, and they're like, okay, we need the formula for the super soldiers, right? Well, guess what? You can sell that formula. So, and I did. I sold the formula. Like, well, here's how you do it. And so it helped me. It helped me along the way. But there's a lot of people that they see talent, and they see leadership or charisma in someone as a threat rather than a value. And I think that's what happens in a lot of those bullpens, because artists in general are very
ideology. If you have the talent and you are assertive, and then they recognize that you're not an SJW, you're gonna get pushed back pretty quick.
Oh yeah.
Right. Well, these ideas that they have can only exist in a vacuum. They cannot exist in the presence of other ideas, and that's why they push all other ideas out of the paradigm, because they can only exist if you don't have anything to compare them to. And that's the reason why it's so important that they have this cultural power, is because and that's why they're trying to consolidate and trying to censor and trying to, get everything under the same umbrella, so where they can control the outflow.
They say diversity, and here's what they mean. They mean they want people to look diverse, but they don't want them to be diverse.
No.
Right? What they want is a panel of people with different genders, skin colors, and sexualities. And they want them all to think the same. They really just want photocopies that are painted differently. They don't want actual diversity, because they don't want diversity of thought, okay?
No.
And let's be really honest. That kind of goes on both sides, right?
Yeah, it does.
Most people want to be around people that think the way they do.
Right.
They want to be around people that worship the way they do.
I don't know anybody that thinks like me.
Eat the way they do. Right.
Yeah. You're paranoid about people that think like you do, right?
What did you mean by that?
Well, but that's okay too. That's okay too.
That's one of the reasons why the Genesis Crüe is so damn powerful, because it's like I have to go through before that hashtag ever saw the light of day, it went through the crucible of the brightest, smartest, most discerning people I know. And if it could pass that murderer's row of intellects, then it's going to be fine on the outside world, you know. And you guys took every shot at it. You guys checked for leaks, and by the time there was nothing that happened yesterday that surprised me, because you guys had already told me what was going to happen.
I was brutal.
What's his name?
Pixel was brutal.
Made a good point.
Pixel was brutal. Buddy was brutal.
Brutal was brutal.
Yeah. Hojo was brutal. I mean, everybody told me. Luke is correct. That's why people like Eric July and Anime get called worst, most racist thing about progressives, just because aren't part of the Black Hive mind.
Yes,
that's true.
That's true.
That's true. But yeah, I mean,
when people found out that Aaron here was black, they couldn't believe it because he doesn't think like they do. And they're like, "Wait a second, you're black. You're." It's like what Joe Biden said.
Yeah.
Well, if you didn't vote for Joe Biden, you're not black.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
well, how is that not the most racist thing you could say to somebody?
I'm serious. Well, that's why I kept that video, because I just think it's part of CG or GC lore. You know, that moment where it's like, wait, you know, Belmont's like, wait, Aaron's black?
Oh, dude, that's a fact.
When did this happen?
It's I clipped it out. It's in my but it's funny. We've been on like stream with him for about 15 minutes, and we're just Aaron was talking, and then I remarked it. I was like talking about diversity of thought. I was like, hey, it doesn't matter to me that Aaron's black. And then Belmont's like, wait, Aaron's black? He was on camera for like 15 minutes, and then Belmont's like, hey, wait a second. And that was hilarious.
I thought that was just a mask.
Yeah. Aaron's black, yeah, evidently.
Yeah, they don't want diversity of thought. That's the thing.
No, they do not want it.
Well, you know, back to Ethan's points that he gave Luke and Piper, which I think was really great on your part. You took it really smart. But you know, the other thing too is you have to sit there and wonder: is the criticism I'm getting objective or subjective? Or is there a reason that I'm getting it other than it's real? Right.
Well, here's the thing. I had to weigh a couple things in, right? There's a few things when someone gives me feedback that I think about. Number one, are they in some way threatened by me or my position? Okay.
Right.
Because I know that if they are an equal or lesser, they could be giving feedback out of a negative place, right? So I had to weigh. It's like, well, anything he tells me, he's obviously he's not worried about me. You know, I'm not.
Right.
I'm zero threat, right? So if he's saying these things to me, it has to be an objective observation, and it was. And honestly, it was things that I had seen, and I just let go. You know,
it could be entertainment value too, because his show is about making hyperbolic kind of statements. You know, so
but his tone wasn't there for that. You know,
no.
You can kind of tell when
that's true.
Yeah, when Ethan is bullying someone for fun. Because I mean, he actually said it last night. He liked bullying Smiller, and Smiller bullied back, but Smiller couldn't take the bullying. He liked that relationship, you know.
The tone of voice that he used when he was saying, "Hey, T Bunny looks just like a bunny, doesn't he, everybody?" That's the tone. If you hear that tone, he's bullying someone.
And the tone. So right after you left is when we started like getting backers, right? And he was like, "Look," he goes, "I think Bunny is an albatross around your neck. I mean, look." He left, and you guys started getting backers, right? And that was the tone. He's messing around. You know, he's kind of given that, that. But a lot of people can't tell because it's so subtle. with him. You know, it's like that. You know, so I mean, it's not always my style. That's not normally how I, you know, I do. I think it's from my years of ministry.
Right.
You know, you try to maintain some kind of neutrality with people and things like that. So I think it comes from that. The reason why I'm not as bitey as spicy as I could be, or sometimes am inadvertently. But
I know Andrew. I'm well aware. I'm well aware,
yeah.
man.
He's right, because Andrew's right, because on some level his show is about entertaining people.
Yeah.
So he's gonna say off the wall, goofy things to get people pumped up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
but in that moment, he really, I discerned that he was being very genuine about his feedback, and I wanted to take it. When he read the 5 pages, and I kept telling Piper, it's like, look, I trust you as an editor. You got to trust me. The dialogue is good. You know, I'm like, I think it's just fine. It's right where it should be. And it got reiterated that, look, the dialogue on here is good. It's right where it should be. Thank you. Yeah. And so, so that's kind of, you know, that.
And he thought the same thing. He thought that the dialogue was spot on, and he said so. You know, and, you know, and in my mind, he's a vet, so he would actually give you pretty good feedback and something like that too.
Well, he has. I mean, he has no investment in this. I mean, so if he, you know, it doesn't bother him one way or another whether you succeed or fail. So if he's giving you an opinion, that's pretty much like, you know what, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean,
that was that assessment I was talking about.
Yeah.
It like my success or failure. In fact, actually, my success is probably more important to him than my failure, because everyone who wants to show
the legend of his show grows.
Yeah, it's like, look, I helped make more. You know, that's the whole thing about Bancroft and the Bancroft bump. It's like, oh, there's the legend of the Bancroft bump because of that. Yes. Oh yeah. Everyone knows you go on his show, you get backers. It's if you need a bump, you go on Bancroft's show. That's just what it is. And so, you know, to sit there and say, hey, we're bringing some new people in. Here's a campaign. Here's a comic that, you know, these are good creators. These are talented people. And here you go.
Right.
You know, Bancroft. The thing about him, his person, he looks like a normal guy. And then his personality, he's got a goofy personality.
He's so funny.
He works it pretty well, where he makes that a commodity for a show, which is not easy to do.
Yeah, Michael T's trying to start something here. Yeah, Michael T, he's trying to start something here. Racing Frog G now, defeat the evil. There we go.
I'll tell you, I did not think that I would. I did not think that I would be staring down 10K. Okay.
Yeah.
I've not done that before. I know that I've got to put in my dues and work towards it. I figured, you know, a campaign where I had 3 trades would probably be the one that did it. Definitely not a first issue of a new IP that would do it. You know, because I don't get out and network the way that I could or should. I mean, heck, I was out of commission for 5 months. You know, I was completely out. So all of the momentum that I had, being lazy,
That's serious.
All of that momentum was gone.
Sleeping all the time, man.
I did. I slept all the time. I was on drugs every day.
On drugs.
How you answer his question about the Fauci ouchie? I'm like, yes, that's exactly what you should say. I'm not putting that shit in my body. Who the fuck knows what it is?
Right.
You didn't say it in those words, but that's be my words, right?
But that's what I said. That's what I said. Now, I'll be honest with you. I've got the Fauci ouchie now. I do. I was like, they were like, would you like a flu shot or any kind of other vaccine?
Yikes.
I said, can I get that? Can I get the jab? They're like, oh yeah, we've got it. I said, okay, give me like 6 or 7 of them. I was like, I said, screw it. I said, I don't care. I don't want this again. This sucked.
Right.
Yeah. So, but you know, and again, I would rather take my chance with that than take my chance with getting COVID again. Because right now, in my condition, the way my lungs are, if I got COVID again, it would kill me. I would not.
Yeah, you're gone.
I would not survive it. Yeah, I would not survive it. But So, you know, if there's a chance that it can reduce my chance of either getting it or the severity of it, then, you know, I'm gonna take that chance with it.
Yeah, people that are high risk or have nothing to lose. I totally I'm cool with it. It's just you know, it's just them pushing it on people that are perfectly.
It should be up
healthy,
to you.
Yeah, it should be up to you. Should be
you
up
decide
to you,
what you want to do. You decide what you want to do.
Right. Well, the one thing about that I think is interesting is this buy one back one thing that we're doing. Is I think it's going to take a little while for the bigger creators to understand that this is not attacking their bottom line. You know, this is not in any way, shape, or form meant as you know, either or proposition. This is a both and proposition, and it's going to take them a while to figure that out. I mean, the feedback we were getting yesterday was pretty much what Luke said it was going to be, you know, and what other guys have intimated. It. Aldous probably said that it was probably going to be this. But then you guys, to your credit, both said, but if you frame it right, this is pretty much ironclad. You know, if you frame it right, then people are, you know, people that are, you know, discerning, they're not trying to find something wrong with it, are going to see that it's going to work.
And
you know,
the pros that were there saw that last night. They saw what it was, because we weren't saying don't back them. You know, go ahead and back them. Heck, I've backed them. They've got my money. They've got my money. I know EVS has got your money, Bunny. I know he has.
He does. He does.
You know,
So,
and but
you
it's
this,
also
though.
let's back somebody else. Let's share some of it.
Right.
These are like group dynamics when people perceive things in that weird way. I don't know what that is. Is that like is that what it is? Group dynamics?
It's basically a cult mentality. And basically it's protect leader at all costs. And it
see.
just
I see.
It's like the drones around the Hive Queen are going to protect her at all costs.
There's allegiances going on.
Yeah, but they see these guys as basically fighting against the culture war, and their success is basically thumbing their nose at the powers that be. And so
I'm gonna eat on stream while we talk.
Yo, he knows how to do it.
He's B-rosing it. He's B-rosing it. Oh, okay.
Yo, what is that? That's not.
This is a stack from Moe's.
Oh,
welcome to Moe's,
man.
baby.
Yeah,
looks so good, man.
It is so good.
Okay.
Is it like a local thing or is it like international?
Moe's is everywhere. It's a Southwest grill.
Oh shit, I gotta find it, man.
Yeah,
Where
there are
you
so
at?
many genres
I'm
and
in
art
New Jersey.
styles represented within CG. It's
they may not
virtually
be up there,
impossible to not find multiple books that appeal to someone. Yeah, yeah.
Good point.
And the point we were making the other night with the next big thing, when we were talking about the next big thing, is the next big thing in comics has to happen with independent comics like us, not independent comics that are looking at the mainstream for their for their marching orders, but that has to happen from the independent comics that are truly independent, and it doesn't necessarily have to be CG, but it's going to happen around this group. It's going to happen around these open-minded people who are not beholden to the mainstream in any way, shape, or form.
I'm going to tell you, I totally agree with you, and that is, that's not just lip service. I really do think that indie is where it's at. That's kind of why I've kind of aligned with Arrow Comics as my publisher, because I see what Randy wants to do and what he is doing, and I think there's a good shot there. But I see a lot of other people doing a lot of good stuff. I see Wolfsbane Comics and what they're doing. I see Shadowpunk, what he's doing. I know what you're working on. I know what a lot of people are doing, what they're working on, and definitely indies.
Or even Alterna in Iconics. Even Alterna in Iconic,
Yeah.
I mean.
Now I am excited about the pros that are launching out on their own. I mean, that's good stuff too. I mean, it's all like there's just so much good out there, and that's why but I think it's good for everybody. I think we all need good content right now, and it drives me to be better. Because I think here's the thing: when indie comics was kind of so-so, I kind of was like, it's okay to be so-so, as long as I'm better than that. But now that it's getting, But now that the bar is being raised, it's making me work harder. And I think I see that with a lot of people. Wrong? So, I didn't think it was right.
Marked them different.
I already took a bite, so I'm gonna take a bite of this one because this one's even better. I bet. Yep.
Munching your wife's food, man. Goodness gracious. All right,
my daughter's. It's got peppers in it.
Oh, there you go.
All that bread, I'm like salivating right now because I don't eat that stuff. And I'm
right.
This is
tortilla.
Tortilla.
This is a tortilla. It's been wrapped and grilled around two tostada shells. So two the shells, and then the beans and rice and steak and peppers and Southwest Ranch is all in there.
Thanks for describing
in between.
Right. There you go.
Much better
the
now.
cheese and salsa.
It's basically
corn.
a crunch wrap. Yeah, it's a crunch wrap.
Yeah, it's basically a crunch wrap that I custom made.
But let me just say this though. Before
little
we go,
ASMR, check this out. Check this out.
Oh no. Okay, now that he's made us all starving to death.
Seriously.
All right, before we go, let me just say this, okay? The reason that I decided that we needed to do the buy one, back one now is because I honestly believe the next big thing is not going to come from the ex-pros. It's going to come from the people who have never even sniffed the mainstream, who have never had an opportunity to ever create anything, that have been setting on something for years and years and years in their hearts and minds, and they're going to come up with something completely unique and special, and it's going to appeal to people.
I think the next big thing is already here. We just haven't got enough eyes on it yet.
There you go.
Probably, yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Let me work a little bit harder,
what I'm doing.
and we'll get there.
Yeah.
Hopefully
We'll get there.
when these projects,
It's called Hybrids, the Sons of Gods.
There you go.
Oh,
It's a huge universe.
Ah,
It's a huge universe that includes
What are you saying, Shadowpunk?
all kinds of stuff.
when it does happen and these things blow up, I obviously we want to take advantage of it as a group, right? So, like, let's just say Hybrids does blow up, right?
Right.
Having Luke on will be a big bonus.
Right.
Because people will be attracted to the book and to him.
Yeah.
And that's how we sell our products.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because
get more exposure.
So I was watching. I wasn't really watching. My family was watching the last episode of Dancing with the Stars. It's not really my bag. It's not what I get into.
Right.
But one of the female dancers is actually a drag queen. So during the week practices as a he, and during showtime performs as a she.
Of course.
Very good. I mean, very good. Is killing it, right? Which I kind of joked a little bit that with my daughter. I said, look, it takes a man. I mean, the best woman is a man. So I mean, like we're not letting you have anything, right? We're not letting you have
right.
Even a woman. Yeah, I'm telling you what. Like Caitlyn Jenner was a woman for less than a year and got Woman of the Year.
The cover, Vanity Fair got
wasn't even a
Fair.
woman for the whole year. It's like, way to go. See, again, men are winning. It's just how it is. It's what happens. You just have to deal with it. Anything you can do, we can do better. Clearly. And as soon as we figure out how to install wombs.
Oh shoot, we're gonna give birth to the next super baby.
Yeah. Right, They're working on it. They're working on it.
But there was something that was said. This individual, she said, when you go through a door, you got to go through fierce, which I thought was funny. You got to go through fierce, but you got to push it open.
Fierce.
Yes, but you got to push it open. But you got to push it open for the people behind you to go through. And I'm like, you know what? She's absolutely right. You really do. You go through with confidence, and you make sure that you push the door. So whether it's my book or Bunny's book or Aaron or Shadowpunk's book or anybody else's, let's say Buddy's book explodes. That's good for all of us because we can put eyes on it.
I'm totally okay being John the Baptist. I mean, I'm totally okay with preparing the way for the chosen one. But
I'll be honest. I don't know where it's coming from, but I do. My gut tells me that Genesis Crüe is going to be somehow connected. There is so much talent in Genesis Crüe right now. That is okay. Let's look. We've got Frog G.
Mm-hmm.
We've got
Eric Mendelkowski just joined.
Yeah, we've got you guys, Eric. We've got Buddy. We've got Pixel Trader.
Hojo.
We've got Hojo. We've got. But look at campaigns that have been run. People that have been doing it a while. We've got Kami Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Kami Mark is in that upper circle now.
Right.
Finally, kind of got a seat there. You got myself, Piper. We got Belmont, who was working with Legends. He's got look at the quality of the product that's being put out, fulfillment that's happening, and just the amount of talent that you got working on these things.
Right.
And the Genesis Crüe is connected to so much of it because it's a think tank. It's not a popularity contest.
Right.
It's a let's help each other be better.
Yeah.
And it's pretty exciting.
Here's a question though. Let's hypothetically say Hybrids blows up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you make $100,000 in that book. Okay. Will people will the bigger creators try to co-opt you and pull you away from the Genesis Crüe and say, "Not you're in this other group."
Mm-hmm.
Right? Will they try to do that?
Well, here's the thing. I think that you can be in multiple groups at a time. Yeah. That's what I think. I think that that's the case. But I think it would be tempting for people without good character to say, yeah, I'm going to cut off all those people. Because I know there are people right now in indie comics and in our Comicsgate circles. Yeah. Even whether you hashtag it or not. As soon as you work in those circles, they label you hashtag.
Right.
Comicsgate. Whether you take it or not. Right. So you are. So in that circle, I know that there are people that believe that once you achieve a certain level of success, it is okay and acceptable to treat normies or people below you poorly. Those people would do it, right? They would. But here's the thing. People of character, good people, would say, look, I'm going to put my foot in both camps because I'm going to work at this level and I'm going to help these people up. I will be a bridge to get them there. And it's what we're doing with the Out of Obscurity anthology. Because let's be entirely honest there. This is a good project. But not everybody is at the same level with their publishing, with their experience, with their careers. No. What we are using that for is benevolence. I'm not at an EVS level or even a Bancroft level yet. But I have some experience to share. And there's some talent that we can cultivate. And that's what we're doing. That whole group, that whole project is to foster some potential superstars. They're there. Yeah. There are people there. Yeah, there's new talent that will emerge and knock people's socks off. JK trolling right now.
Yeah.
Wow. His script was funny. He has found a great artist.
The super guy?
Yeah. He is taking every piece of editorial advice. He is applying himself. He's got a great eye for what needs to already be fixed on these things. I'm telling you, this guy has got potential to be.
And he has never done anything. Never. He's never done anything. This is like his first script almost. I mean, he's just
this guy could be Mark Polton. He could be one of the Diaz brothers. He could be. I mean,
not Mark Polton. I think.
Look, I know you don't like Mark Polton, but I like Mark. I think Mark is a heck of a guy, and I think that his writing's pretty darn good. Well, compared to what's out there, especially.
I just wish he would create a character that I could like. That's all I want is just the character that I care.
But J.K. Trolling has a great name.
He really does. He really does.
It really is. It's a good
name. But there's him, and then I mean, there's other talent in there that I'm impressed with, and even someone that I don't get along with in there. Yeah. You know, that we thought there was going to be tension with. You know, once I laid out, look, here's the problem, went and fixed it, and it's producing some good pages, some good
T3.
work.
T3.
Yeah. And I'm, Tom Rapka, and I'm impressed. I'm like, hats off to him, because we've both expressed our feelings towards each other, and it's mutual.
Well, it kind of helped that I was the bad guy, and then Luke swooped in and was like the good guy, and then suddenly he's fine with Luke and he hates my guts now. So I kind of like took that upon myself.
I set you up for that, actually. I think.
Oh, you did. You did.
I was like,
you're like, look at this script. Look at this script. I don't have the heart, and I looked at it and I was like, okay, this is like a complete rewrite here, and I don't know if we have time for it. And then he's like, and then he just went after me, and then Luke's like, wait a second, maybe we can. I was like, are you gonna be reasonable now, Luke? Seriously? You have me do your heavy work.
I had some time to sleep on it.
You're having me do your heavy work, and now you're just like,
actually, I was agreeing with
bad
you.
Cop.
But actually, I was agreeing with you. But I was doing the exact points. All this stuff I didn't want to do because I didn't want to feel like I was attacking him.
Right.
Because of it, but just because you said, look, you mentioned 2 things, and it was more than 2 things that needed to be addressed. Well, it was like 5 or 6 things that needed to be addressed.
Yeah.
But 2 things were obviously glaring in the script, and so that's why I said, look, we don't normally do this thing publicly, but we're going to right now. So we did this thing in this group, but I think everyone also got a chance to see and learn. Like, okay, that's what's being looked for. Because I'll be honest with you, every script after that has been almost near perfect. Like those little details are already caught, and it's a great project. I'm excited about it. I can't wait to launch this thing. The things are coming. Everyone's working so hard on it, but it's one of those things where, look, we're not all at the same station, but we're still in the 2 groups. They're not. They may not be Genesis Crüe. No. Yet, but they're Circle of Win. That's what they are right now, and some Genesis Crüe is in that group. And maybe one day some of those people will elevate to Genesis Crüe, and just like someday Genesis Crüe may elevate to Kings.
You know what? I would not rule that out in 5 years if things are really, because we're strivers at this point, and so that's going to pay off in the long term, right? And like Bunny's mentioned, some of these guys are getting older, and all industries have this. Turnover, yeah. A natural progression. So, it's a good point, Luke.
Yeah. Anyway, because Luke's killing me right now, we're going to go ahead.
I need some food, bro.
We're going to have to conclude this, but
it's so good. I got to eat it.
All right. Thank you for the fluffiest chat, and all of you too for showing up and giving us a lot of feedback today. Thank you for Hojo and Mo for going at each other, and that mod war was very entertaining. Thank you for my fellow crew members showing up today, Mr. Wolfsbane Comics.
Can I answer Wolfer's question?
Yeah, go ahead.
You answer it first.
Greed is good.
You think greed is good?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I don't.
Why don't?
I think.
Okay.
I think goals are good. I think necessity is good. Okay. Greed makes you chase after things beyond where you need to be. I think what you said, not being satisfied for me is good when it comes to my career. Because if I'm not satisfied, it's not that I want more money. I want to be better. I want to go further. I want more readers. And ultimately, that will create more dollars. But if all you're after is money, you're going to try to take shortcuts. Yeah. And you're going to get upset when you don't make the money.
Off the show. Yeah. Because I'll give you a rebuttal.
Well, I'll just say this.
That'd be a great conversation.
It depends on what you're greedy for. If your greed is to be better, to have a better product, and to have your art your art be the best that it can be, then greed is definitely good. So that's all I'll say. Well, it is what it is. Anyway, all right, that's it for you all today. You gentlemen have a very good afternoon. Thank you, chat, and y'all have a good day. Bye, all.
Have a good day.
Tell me what's on your mind.